Hi, I'm Shayla the Artist, and this is the Power Box. Today, I am very excited to share my experience attending the American Fertility Expo. I didn't know that this existed. It's actually been going on for about 5 years, and being part of this fertility community, I've always looked for opportunities to share my story, learn information, be inspired, get connected with others. And so I was just elated to hear that this was happening in the Southern California area. I attended and I had the opportunity to sit in on some conversations, discussions around all things fertility. Some of the topics that they spoke about were enhancing ovarian function, surrogacy and IVF overseas. There was a panel discussion with fertility physicians, the power of sound therapy as it relates to fertility. There was a panel discussion on infertility challenges and lessons learned by others, and how the nervous system impacts fertility. And one of the highlighted conversations was about male fertility testing and at-home solutions. I spent the entire day there. The event went on from 10 a.m. to 4:30. And as soon as I got in there, I looked at the schedule and I made my choices about which of the discussions I wanted to sit in on. And it was very hard to choose from it, but there was just so much information to gather. And due to the privacy nature of the attendees, I didn't have the chance to get footage of the entire event, but I had the opportunity to connect with a doctor, Dr. Alison Peck, who I had the experience in doing a consultation with her many years ago when my husband and I were first looking for clinics for IVF. And she did our initial fertility testing. And I remember having a really good experience with her. She's very kind and she took her time to explain the process. And she took her time to just look through my file, look at my blood tests, speak to me about what my thoughts were around IVF and kind of where I am mentally and what did I want to gain out of this experience. And so, going back, if we hadn't already selected a clinic, I probably would have went with her. It was just kind of like this gut feeling, the way that I felt inside about her taking care of my fertility care. It just made sense. So I was really excited that she was there. Dr. Alison Peck, she is an endocrinologist and fertility specialist for HRC Fertility Clinic that has numerous locations around the Southern California area. She sat on a panel where the other fertility experts at HRC Fertility, her colleagues, discussed each of their approaches to IVF. And I definitely resonated with everything that she was saying. She is a integral person when it comes to the IVF experience. It's mind, body, and spirit for her, and that deeply connects with me. She supported me in navigating my fertility care and just kind of making that choice. It's a scary situation, especially when you don't even really know what IVF is, and at the time, I didn't. So she was at the beginning of the journey and I learned a great deal from her. And I want to share with you all my conversation that I had with her. Take a look.
Hi, I'm with Dr. Peck at HRC Fertility, and we just came out of an amazing experience of discussing fertility. And I want her to share with you all about what's the greatest advice you could give someone who's just starting their journey, and then women of color, what's the advice you have for them getting into this experience and may feel uncomfortable being a part of this space?
Thank you. We just had a pre-run, so hopefully I do good. I talked about in our talk that it's important to ask for what you need and also to know what you want and then to just go out and get it. Not everybody can on the surface know what it is that you need from them, especially in terms of support and a really big journey that you're about to embark on. And so the more vocal you are and the more sure of what you need, the easier it's going to be for you to have that help. And then we talked about women of color, and I shared sort of joint personal experiences from like my background, and sometimes when, you know, within your own society you're not feeling comfortable either getting the help or the attention that you need, or the shame around the issue. And I was encouraging that sometimes that's an opportunity to build a new community of other like-minded people, whatever background they're coming from, and you will bond on your shared experience and be there for each other and lean on each other. And there's so many amazing opportunities today, either on social media or just word of mouth, talking to people, that going through a fertility journey is not a taboo topic. And there are plenty of people here that just want to start talking to you about it. So the more open and vulnerable you are, and the more you lean into the experience, the easier it's going to be for you. So best of luck.
Thank you so much. Good to see you again.
I also had the opportunity to explore the different booths that were there. There were a lot of different fertility clinics in the Southern California area that were there. I picked up a lot of information. I had a chance to connect with various individuals, physicians, adoption centers, other fertility clinics in the SoCal area. I also explored exhibitor booths. They had pelvic therapists there, general therapists, and I actually had a discussion with a fertility doctor from Greece where I shared my journey with him, and he gave me kind of like his quick opinion of where he thought I was in my journey. And so, you know, it's definitely something I've thought about, going overseas for IVF. We will explore that later. We'll explore the costs and, you know, how to navigate that and making your choice for a fertility clinic, whether it's being in the US or going out of the country. I did notice that there weren't as many people there as I expected. In all honesty, you know what? I didn't really know what to expect, but I definitely see this expo growing. And I want to be there through every step to watch them grow and support them to grow. I feel that there's possibly a lot of shame and guilt around attending something like this, you know, and like I mentioned, due to the privacy of the attendees, I didn't want to get full footage of the entire expo, but I was just jumping out of my skin and wanted to just shout from the mountaintop of like, does anybody know this is here? Anybody who needs this and wants to learn more information about fertility and start on their journey, they need to be there. And so, you know, I'm excited to share that this exists, and I will be looking for more opportunities like this. And I can't wait for the next one. I can't wait to support this movement. The expo has so much potential, and I'm looking forward to seeing it grow more and more and reaching more people. I'm so grateful to have been invited by Toya Borelli, the event director, and I want to give a major shout out to her for her bravery of putting this on. I got to meet her that day as well and watch her move around there and open this up to people who need the information. And I can't wait until the next one. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you soon.